Hey y'all, so let me explain. First off, this is my review for Basketball Wives, Season 11, Part 2, Episodes 15 and 16. So when I got back from New Orleans, my YouTube TV wasn't working, I didn't have access to it, and this lasted for about a week. So today, I have access to it again, as well as my DVR capabilities, so it's easy for me to fast forward without looking at it on apps and shit like that. So yes, finally, I can get this out the way. And yeah, it's Basketball Wives. I'm sure I could just speed right through this. I've already seen what people have been saying about Evelyn and how late she is and how that read to Jackie blew up in her face. So let's get started. We open with Jennifer and Jacille. They're looking at nail polish colors. So interesting. But I just realized that two cast members are getting married. And the next scene, we're with Evelyn and her gay minion. And this is her storyline. She now has like a sidekick that she's doing stupid shit with. Like she's unclogging a toilet. We check in with Brandy for a bit as she's FaceTiming her mom, but we're back with Evelyn and she's being visited by Brooke. So we're just having a little kiki, but I believe Evelyn wants to fill Brooke in at what happened at Jackie's Ponderosa. Evelyn says that Jackie took no accountability, she called them all liars, and it looks like Brooks isn't really surprised. Who are Jackie's allies on this show at this point? We're only at the second episode. I just think when it's one collective villain to all the ladies, it's boring. I need multiple fights, like different group dynamics. At this point, I'm wondering what could Jackie say to the other women for them to move forward with her? Next scene, we're with Brandy and her mom having a night out on the town. They're doing a mixology class. Brandy's mom looks very young, like an older sister. Brandy tells her mom that she hired a talent agent, and she's like, "You might see me on TV, girl." Is she being meta on purpose? She continues to talk to her mom about her aspirations coming to LA and then dealing with the mess. And then she starts telling her about Jackie's Ponderosa as well. Again, here we go with the common denominator as Jackie as the villain, and I'm bored. Her mom actually looks about Jackie's age. Alright, so next scene we're with Wacky Jackie herself, and she feels some regret on how she talked to Jacille. So it looks like she's meeting up with her. We see that she sent her a text message saying that there was some miscommunication between us. Jackie, you knew exactly what you were telling Jacille. It looks like Jackie's ready to give an apology, but I really feel like the only reason she's meeting up with Jacille is because she has no allies at this point. So throughout this exchange, did y'all hear an apology? Because all I heard was excuses. She said she felt ganged up on, nobody was hearing her, so she was lashing out. She then confides information that not many people know about her to Jacille, saying that she was once in foster care. She was raised by white people that washed her hair with mayonnaise. And then she says that, oh, well, you know, Doug wasn't my first husband. He was my fourth husband, actually. Now, I didn't know that, but what that has to do with you accepting accountability about your behavior in this group. And Jacille, she's just such a nice person that she's just like, maybe she feels sorry for Jackie. So it looks like Jacille and Jackie are moving forward, and Jackie now wants to have a private conversation with each of the ladies instead of in a group setting. And pardon me, my pizza just came, so you might see this in the video. But then she puts it on Jacille to initiate these conversations that she needs to have with the other ladies, like a mediator. And I'm like, here she go again, trying to manipulate somebody, and Jacille doesn't even realize it. Next scene, we're with Brooke on a date. She knows this gentleman. He's a retired MLB player. She's known him for 10 years, but she just wants to get her feet wet with dating. The date seems not to be going as great. Like, he's talking a lot. She's just nodding her head. She thinks he's nervous. Now, wait a minute. Are these earrings, Brooke? Like these shoestrings? I thought this was in her hair, but it's pink shoestring earrings. The guy said he doesn't have flowers for Brooke. Instead, he got her a gift that says Chanel on it. He got her a Chanel bag on the first date, and then they say it's $9,000. Well, I guess Brooke gonna be going home with him tonight. Yeah, so they end the scene right there. I mean, I want to know what happened next. Anywho, next scene we're with Jennifer. Lord, I hope her fucking fiance is not in this scene. So she's talking to her not one, but two wedding planners for this wedding she's having in Paris. I want to know how she's paying for this. Is VH1 paying for it? But there's a lot of things she has to do, but she's all bubbly and excited. I wonder if she's getting married on the show. Oh, God, I hate this episode already. Can we just get to the meat and potatoes of it? So next scene we're with Evelyn and her gay minion, and they're doing a photo shoot for her, what are those things she have? Those bodysuits she got? Yeah, that. I don't care. You know what? I'm just going to enjoy my pizza. This is a barbecue chicken pizza, thin crust, from Domino's. It's really good, y'all. And it's more interesting than this fucking show. So it looks like Jacille, Brooke, and Jennifer are all going to be on this photo shoot. They're going to be models. Now, Brooke, I love you, but you did not get that booty from doing hip thrusts. So afterwards, I already know what's going to happen. Since Jacille is there, she's going to tell them about her meeting with Jackie. First, Brooke is talking about her date with the Chanel bag guy. You know, Evelyn asked the question we wanted to know, did you F him after the date? She says she didn't. I don't believe her. So of course Jacille brings up to the ladies that she met up with Jackie, and by the looks on their faces, they're disgusted, even by the mention of the word Jackie. She tells them that Jackie wants to have a one-on-one conversation now with everybody. She asks Brooks what she want to do there, and Brooks is like, she don't want to have a conversation with me. So no. The other ladies just clock it immediately. I mean, there's a reason why Jackie called up Jacille first. Jacille tells the ladies that Jackie told her she had a rough childhood and also that she's been married 4 times. And it looks like Evelyn wants to go down this rabbit hole since she heard this information about Jackie. And it leads me to believe that's why she hired a PI. Next scene, we see Jackie choosing Brandy as her next one-on-one conversation. And then meanwhile, across town, we're with Evelyn, as she actually hired a private investigator to look into Jackie Christie. I'm not really sure why Evelyn cares to do this. According to her, she said since she heard this information from Jacille, she now wants to know more about Jackie's background. It just comes off to me that Evelyn has a lot of time on her hands. Next scene, we're with Brooke talking to her son. The gist of this conversation, she's just telling him about her dating life a little bit. And then I guess she has another kid that's estranged from her that didn't tell her that he has a 1-year-old and she may be a grandmother. How many children does Brooke have? I thought she had 2, and her daughter passed. Anyway, next scene we're with Evelyn, she's meeting up with the private investigator. Production needs to stop these games, like they're editing the scene to make it look like some mystery drama, like it's black and white. They have like the typewriter font, and not this spy music. And not this spy music. I have secondhand embarrassment watching this. Child, not Evelyn saying she always wanted to be an investigator. How many minutes we got left? Lord, we got 25 minutes left. So not only does she want a cast member investigated, she wants tips on the profession itself. So yeah, it looks like she's gonna be helping the guy investigate Jackie, almost like an intern. Y'all, this is such a joke, but I'm gonna continue reviewing this because I am a completionist. Next scene we're with Jennifer looking at wedding dresses, and I was about to hit fast forward, but Jacille is joining her and she's talking about Jackie. Jennifer seems less than interested, but she says it's because it's like a broken record, and I agree with her. Like, Jackie takes no accountability, and Jacille feels like the ladies shut her down immediately, and I'm like, it's because they've done this before, countless times with Jackie. She is not to be trusted. Anywho, Jennifer keeps trying on dresses, and the more she talks about this upcoming wedding, I'm still wondering how are they going to pay for this? Because she always adds in another detail about her wedding whenever she talks about it. My gosh, she's so superficial. Next scene with Evelyn on the phone with the PI, and it looked like she found some interesting information about Jackie, and she's excited about it. I really wish she realized how foolish she looks doing this. So next scene, we're with Brandy meeting up with Wacky Jackie. They're cordial at first. Brandy even makes a joke asking Jackie is she being recorded. So they get right into the conversation. Brandy tells her that she doesn't appreciate being called a liar. And then Jackie tries to bring up how on this call that her being on three-way on this conversation was illegal. But then Brandy counters and says, well, recording a phone call is illegal. And then Jackie, she keeps saying that she didn't record it. Jackie is never going to tell the truth about this. So I don't even know why the women are even wasting their time talking to her about it. Wait, why is Brandy apologizing? Like, she said for being petty, but being petty about what? Defending yourself? Telling the truth when Jackie's telling lies? Speaking of which, Brandy calls out Jackie for not taking accountability for her actions and saying, yeah, you do owe Ellen an apology. You do owe Brooke an apology. You owe me an apology. And Jackie still hasn't done that. I'm sorry, if I was Brandy, I'd be like, you need to apologize to me right now or I'm getting up from this table. And don't call me or text me anymore. Jackie still did not apologize. She said, I take accountability for calling you a liar. I knew that was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. She did not say any of that. This show is so frustrating, and now they just move on with the conversation. Jackie is a master at this. She really is. She just keeps terrorizing these ladies, and they just come back for more. Okay, next scene, we're back with Evelyn and production. Y'all need to stop with these stunts and shows and just get to the point. Stop with the Columbo and Matlock and Perry Mason graphics, please. So she's meeting up with the PI and they're comparing notes about Jackie Christie. Apparently she has about 15 aliases. They already bring up that she's been married 4 times. And it looks like they found out that she's been arrested before. Child, and not production posting receipts. They have a record of Jackie being arrested for prostitution in 1987. 1987? Bitch, I was 2. Who cares? Prostitution whore? Like, what? Seriously? Is this what we're doing? A misdemeanor in 1987. Is that what you're gonna bring to light, Evelyn? So after hearing this information, Evelyn is very pleased with herself, and I'm sure she can't wait to tell the other ladies about it. Evelyn then accuses Jackie of living a double life, and that is where the episode ends. Oh my God. Let's get to the next episode. So this episode opens with Brandy and Brooke meeting up. They're just catching up with each other, and Brooke is disclosing something she's going through with her son who's having legal issues. Also, Brooke mentions that her daughter that passed, her birthday is coming up and she wants to celebrate that, celebrate her life. So it looks like Brandy is hosting the next get-together for all the ladies. She's hawking her cookbook again and she's going to be cooking recipes out of it. Didn't she do this before as an activity? But she said the ladies are all going to collectively cook together from recipes from the book. Brooke then asks her who is all invited to this, and instead of saying Jackie's invited, she just said whoever wants to come. I guess Brandy wisely left out to Brooke that she met up with Jackie recently. Next scene we're with Jennifer and her fiance looking at wedding invitations, and I can confidently say, fast forward. Next scene we're with Evelyn and Brooke at the dog park, and they're talking about Brandy's upcoming event that she's having. And they're both worried about, like, is all the ladies invited? Basically, is Jackie going or not? And they specifically asked her, and Brandy said, oh, you'll see. Brooke looked like she's serious. She's like, she's known what I've been through with Jackie. She wouldn't do that to me. She wouldn't have Jackie at that party. I will say, though, Brandy should give them a straight up answer if Jackie is going or not, and give the ladies the decision to come if they want. But just, you know, putting them in that situation with Jackie, that's kind of messy. So speaking of Jackie, I mean, they don't want to be around her, but they sure like talking about her. Evelyn lets Brooke know that she's been digging information on Jackie, and they're just kikiing like some mean girls over it. Now, Evelyn doesn't give specifics of what she found yet because she wants to confirm it before she tells everyone in a grand fashion. But I'm still like, if y'all don't want to be around her, y'all don't fuck with her, then why are y'all doing this? So then Brooke is telling Evelyn how she might possibly be a grandmother, and she actually wants Evelyn's help since she's been, you know, doing digging on Jackie to do digging on the situation with her own son. So next scene, we do a little montage of all the ladies, and surprise, surprise, Brandy now has her own gay assistant or minion. I am so tired of this stale trope. Like, can we come up with something else? Can we come up with something else? So next scene, we're Brooke and her family at the tattoo parlor. They're all getting tattoos in memory of her deceased daughter. This is beautiful. This is nice. Fast forward. So afterward, next scene we're with Evelyn meeting up with Jackie's friend Cheyenne, the one who was in the first episode. She came in as Jackie's backup or mediator, I don't know. It says a lot about her friend that she would meet up with her enemy though. She basically wants to ask her, did she know that Jackie was a prostitute back in the day? So the gist of this conversation, it looks like we're getting to know more about Cheyenne. How does she know Jackie? And is she like a potential friend of? Is she a cast member now? While getting to know Cheyenne though, Evelyn's real goal, she says in her confessional, is to get more information about Jackie. Next scene we're with Jennifer again. If she starts talking about her wedding, I'm fast forwarding it. Yep, they're doing premarital counseling. I don't give a fuck. Fast forward. Next scene we're with Brooke as she's shopping for her cooking event. We see she gets a voicemail from Jackie that she is coming and she's bringing her friend Cheyenne. The other ladies do not know about this, and in Brooke's mind, she thinks that Jackie took accountability in their last meeting and said that her being there can do more good than harm. Now, I thought Brandy was smarter than this, but clearly not. And then she says Jackie needs to apologize to Brooke at this event. Ooh, this is gonna blow up in her face. Like, all Brandy had to do was just let them know that Jackie is coming. Like, why would you keep that a secret? Next scene we're with Evelyn. She's meeting the PI for the last time just to get these final confirmation on this information about Jackie. But yeah, I guess everything is in motion for her to spill the tea to the other ladies at Brandy's event. Next scene is the evening of Brandy's cooking event. We see her getting things organized. She makes sure her gay minion knows not to sit Jackie near Evelyn or Brooke. And for some reason, she still don't think any drama will come out of this. So Evelyn and Brooke are the first to arrive. They're sitting at the table, they're talking to Brandy, and they notice there's place cards at the table, and they see Jackie's name, and they're both giving the side eye to Brandy. Brandy's now giving the kumbaya BS and saying, can we just get along for 2 hours? So it looks like they're not instantly mad at her, but they want to know, how did she get to this place of inviting Jackie since the last time they were all together? So now the pleasantries is kind of going left now because it said, like, we will never be friends with Jackie. So now Evelyn's telling Brandy, it looks like you flipped on us in 6 days. Like, who are you loyal to here? And that's when Brandy gets a little serious, saying, I will always be loyal to Brooke. Brooke is my friend. And, you know, Brooke is side-eyeing her because, look, if that was your friend, you would let her know that someone she does not fuck with is coming to this. Brandy is telling them, well, I hope I didn't make a mistake. And then Evelyn's like, you did. You did. I mean, I hate to be on Evelyn's side, but she has a point. Like, how many times have we been on this road before with Jackie? But on the other hand, I'm like, y'all are clearly making a TV show. The woman is a part of the cast. I feel like if Jackie wasn't on this show, then what would they be fighting about? Like, what would be the conflict? So, I mean, they agreed to film with her. Because with any reality show, as we see in Housewives, when two cast members get to a point of no return with each other, when they don't want to speak or film, like, that's when the show starts to go downhill. So then we see Jennifer arrive. I mean, she's not happy that she's seated right next to Jackie. So Jacille arrives, and looks like all they're waiting on now is Cheyenne and Jackie. So Cheyenne's the topic of conversation. Evelyn then says she met her outside of Jackie. And then Brooke said, oh yeah, I went on a girls trip with Cheyenne before. This is like 10 or 15 years ago. 10 or 15 years ago? That's a long ass time. Like, aren't we different people 15 years ago? I know I was. We cut to Brooke confessional. She's saying the last time she saw Cheyenne, she was a wild child. Again, 10 to 15 years ago? 15 years ago, I was in my early 20s. Of course I'm gonna be different. But it looked like she kind of side-eyeing Evelyn for meeting up with one of Jackie's friends because she said, any friend of Jackie's is a friend of none. We cut to Brandy's confessional, and I'm really glad she brought up Evelyn's hypocrisy. Like, she's needling Brandy for meeting up with Jackie, but you met up with Jackie's homegirl. like outside of the group, didn't tell nobody. So a little later, Cheyenne arrives and everyone's expecting her to come along with Jackie. So now everyone's wondering where Jackie is. They ask Cheyenne to call her. She's then forwarded the voicemail. Once again, this is not a good look for Jackie, and we're still on this same road. Like, she will not change. First, you have Brandy vouching for you to the other ladies, and you don't even show up. Then you have your supposed best friend, Cheyenne, getting there alone, and you're forwarding her call to voicemail. Child, so immediately the conversation goes to sex. Like, Cheyenne just met these ladies, but talking about how her coochie gets wet. I don't want to hear that, especially as a gay man. Cheyenne's definitely giving off weird vibes, but she is friends with Jackie, so I shouldn't be surprised. So the ladies start their cooking activity, and most of them just do not know how to cook. That mac and cheese looked absolutely awful and sad. Thankfully, Brandy hired a private chef to actually cook for them. So a little later, Brandy thanks all the ladies for coming. She also brings up that Jackie was supposed to come and be on her best behavior. Now, while they're on the topic of Jackie, Evelyn takes this moment to spill the tea about what she dug up on her. So Evelyn gets out her phone and passes the evidence around to the other ladies. They are gagged. They're saying a prostitute in 1987, and then you got Cheyenne, Jackie's best friend, just sitting there like a deer in headlights. So now I was getting to a little mean girl territory when Brooke and Evelyn are laughing about it. Like, Brooke is saying, oh, she was slinging that pussy, and then Evelyn's like, yeah, for $20 probably back in 1987. I don't know, that was kind of mean, even if it is Jackie. And then they slut shaming. I mean, Evelyn calling somebody a prostitute? Really? Really? I don't even need to go into that, y'all. Y'all can finish that for me in the comments. As they're talking about it, Evelyn then gets serious for a moment and says, it's ironic how Jackie tried to call my daughter a build-a-whore when she has these charges that she was convicted of. Now, I kind of get why Evelyn's holding a grudge, but we see the flashback, and Jackie wasn't particularly calling her daughter a build-a-whore. She was using it as an example, kind of like on Real Housewives of New Jersey, how Jackie used Teresa's kid Gia as an example. But Evelyn has started the waterworks already. She's like, it hurt me to the core, the core. Evelyn continues to say that Karma is a bitch with Jackie, and she is the CEO of the Build-A-Whore Association Coalition. But yeah, she then tells the ladies there's just a lot to Jackie that we just don't know. The camera then zooms in on Jackie's name on the napkin, and that is where the episode ends. Oh, y'all, the brain cells I lost watching this 2 hours of television. I do it for y'all. I really do. But please, let me know what you think about this situation. Whose side are you on? It is 1 a.m. in the morning. Hopefully I can get this edited and done tomorrow before I go to LA. Yes, I'm leaving New York again for the weekend. I'm gonna be in LA for DragCon. I'll be back Monday morning in New York. Yeah, July is just a busy month, y'all. Anywho, with that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.